You're 18. Music's blasting out of the downstairs stereo, and your parents are out of town. You look around to realize there are over 100 kids over your house. People all around you have cups of alcohol. Beer, vodka, gin. Your friend's trying to hand you one, and graciously, you accept. After taking a little more than a few sips of it, if you know what I mean. But you are a bit worried that something bad will happen, like the cops will make a surprisingly uninvited appearance. Next thing you know, doorbell rings, sirens are roaring all over the place, people are running all over. Then, darkness. You wake up in a dark and glum room. You look around, and all you can think about is the worst. Where are you? Slowly but surely, you start to realize that you were dreaming. You're in your bed, in your bedroom, pondering what would have happened if it were real. Situations like these happen all the time around the country, but as opposed to a dream, they're real. The drinking age has two main sides to the debate. The one side, which is the status quo side, has the drinking age at the age of 21. This opposition, which I'm for, is for the age to be lowered to the age of 18. So, what do you think? Is it right to wait until the age of 21 to take your first sip of alcohol, or should the law be modified? And if so, how? Today, I'm going to convince you that the drinking age in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania should be lowered to the age of 18 for 3 reasons. Because the law is very ambiguous, because it's broken by high school and college students anyway, and also, many other countries have it lowered, so why don't we? First of all, the drinking age is a state law. In 1984, Congress passed the National Minimum Drinking Age Act. This act prohibited the purchase and public possession of alcoholic beverages for those people who are under 21 years old. Exceptions for these include medical purposes, when your parents, spouse, or legal guardians with you, for religious purposes, and also when in private clubs or establishments. Also, going to clear a few things up for you if you don't know. Alcohol is an intoxicating liquor containing the substance alcohol, which is a chemical that's also known as
Mrs. Van Ellis, report to the main lobby. Mrs. Van Ellis, main lobby.
Obtaining illegal goods through a series of secretive trades. So my first argument is that the law is good, but the age has no clear rationale. The big reason for the law, as with many other laws, is to protect the children. So the question is, what should the age be? How can one differentiate the age between the 3-year span? 18 and 19, 19, 20, 20, 21? Turning the age of 18 entitles you to many rights of the average American adult. Like, for instance, serving on a jury, voting, signing legal documents. For my interview, I interviewed my Uncle Paul, who's a judge, a Superior Court judge in Massachusetts. He told me that you have to be the age of 18 to serve in the armed forces. And this made me really mad because in the United States, one can go to Iraq and Afghanistan to give their life serving to keep us free, yet still cannot get a drink. Is it right that the government takes us overseas to a foreign country to put ourselves on the front lines for a war that some of us don't even agree with and still deny us a drink? Another thing you could say is that the crime rate will decrease. Alcohol is pretty hard for 18-year-olds to obtain, so they get it off the black market. Getting it off the black market from people who sell it to you, well, those people most likely sell, like, drugs and stuff, and, like, marijuana and cocaine. Exposing you to. The second argument for why the law should be modified is that many college students and high school students are already breaking the law. According to CDC.gov, 11% of the alcohol in the United States is consumed by teens. 42% of high schoolers also have drank in the last 30 days. As hard as they are working, cops are working their butts off trying to stop all this, but they're not even coming close. So what can states do to help contain the problem? Lower the age. This could lower the crime rate by a substantial amount. and give them not as big of a problem to begin with, or at least not as argumentative. With the age being lowered, students could be more out in the open about drinking. They could talk to their friends, they could talk to teachers about it, more importantly, they could talk to their parents. They could tell their parents more about themselves and what they do at parties. And their parents, in return, could teach them how to make the right decisions. Like whether it is never to drink beer before liquor, never been sicker, or never to drink over 15 shots. Another argument you could say with this is that the students could get more of an education in school. Schools could teach them safely and not just the dangers of it and not to do it, because it's inevitable that students are going to drink. So they could just teach how to do it. A third argument consists of a bunch of facts that intrigue me. Do you know that 117 different countries in the world have drinking ages under the age of 21 or no drinking age? 82 of these countries have it at the age of 18. Also, 5 countries in the world, one of them being the U.S., have it at the age of 21 or older. So you can see from this that the United States has one of the highest drinking ages in the world, and we're in the minority. It's got to mean something. In England in 2007, 39% of kids drank aged 16 to 24, according to the Information Center for Health and Social Care. According to SADD.org, that same year, 50% of 18 to 20-year-olds have drank alcohol. That's less of a percentage for them, and they also have a lower drinking age. This shows that lowering our drinking ages could lower our percentages of teens that drink for the thrill of breaking the law. So, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania needs to come up with a plan to come up with a way to drink safely and carefully. One plan could be to allow high schools and colleges to teach a class that you have to be at least 17 and a half years old to take. It could be a semester in college or 2 marking periods here. And after successfully completing the course, students could receive a certificate to buy alcohol for the next full year. If they did this safely and carefully, and they didn't get any if they didn't get any underages, or then after a year, if they didn't do anything wrong, they could apply for a full-time drinking license. If you have any other ideas that would work, you can contact one of the local representatives, Mike Fitzpatrick. You can email him or through his site, or send a letter to him through his address. Alright, so in conclusion, as I stated before, the state of Pennsylvania needs to lower the drinking age for 3 different reasons. Because the law is ambiguous, it's broken by high schoolers and college students every day, and also because other countries have it set below the age of 21. So you can walk out of this room with knowledge, and you can spread the word, and you might even get enough people to petition the age. Next thing you know, the vote for the drinking age going down to 18 is coming around, and it's all because of you. Also, whether the drinking age gets lowered or not, when you get to the drinking age, make smart decisions, because you don't want to risk the chance of ruining your campaign or even raising the age. The main thing I want you to think of this is this. Just because it's a law does not mean it's right and should not be changed. Thank you.